I'm going to do this when it's live. Ciao. Thank you for joining me today for my live art show. I'm very excited to be here and sharing these special pieces with you today. I'm going to show you some things that are hand signed with the theme of gallery walls. I got a lot of messages and questions about preferred sizes for gallery walls. So today's pieces are chosen to fit whatever size you would need to make an arrangement for your room, for your living room or your office. And I even have 2 pre-made sets for you today. While some more people join, does anybody have any questions? If you do, just pop a comment below and I will be happy to answer. My husband, who is actually running the technology behind the show, will tell me what your questions are and I'll be able to answer. So are you ready to get started? I always put on gloves before handling artwork because I don't want to put fingerprints on the work. It is all archival, and archival means acid-free and that the color won't fade.
Bob and Sandy say hello.
Hey, Bob and Sandy, thank you for joining me today. I'm really excited that you're here. And everyone, I would like to thank you for all your kind comments on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. I really appreciate all of your comments and support, so thank you very much. So this is the first piece. It's La Fontana dei Tritoni, Roma. And let me bring this a little closer so you can see it. Can you see the detail? This is a hand-signed print. See, there's my signature, and on this side is the name La Fontana dei Tritoni, Roma. This is how I sign all my prints. And let me just say a little bit about hand signing. Hand signing increases the value of the print. It doubles the value. And that makes it more valuable for your home art collection. And I get a lot of questions about how to get a signed print. And these art shows are the best way to do it. Each art show, I will pick a number of pieces for the requests I've got during the month, and I will sign them. I will sign them and put the title of the piece here, and there'll be only one that month, and then you can add it to your collection. So now let me tell you a little bit about this piece. This is in Rome. It is a gorgeous fountain in Rome. I just love this area. It's in the Forum Boarium, which is an ancient center. This is the Fountain of the Tritons. This is Il Tempio di Ercole Vincitori. And back here, if you see this wall, the Tiber River is right on the other side. In Rome, it's called the Tevere. So this is a Lungo Tevere up there. But this is right in the middle of the historic center. You can see it in this painting right here, but I bet you know about the Bocca della Verità. You know that mouth where you put your hand in to tell the truth? That is right across the street from this. And the Circus Maximus is just a block away. And so I pass this fountain all the time when I'm in Rome. When I'm in Rome, I walk 10 miles a day, sketching and deciding what to paint next. And I always pass this and always meant to paint this fountain. And this is the result. So this is normally, a signed print is normally $154, but it's on sale today for $94. And so let me show you the detail one more time. This is fine art paper. It's got a matte finish so you can see all that detail in rich color. Okay, so that's the first piece. I love Rome. Has anybody been to Rome? I always have to go there and I never get tired of it. I love that the history is the whole way from ancient to today, and you can still see it. So many layers. This next piece is Lucca Toscana. This one is a hand-signed print as well. Let me bring it closer for the detail. Has anyone been to Tuscany? Tuscany is totally gorgeous. I painted this one because it's quintessential Tuscany. This, I have to look at the name of the church for this, is La Chiesa di San Michele di Entracoli, which is a beautiful church outside the city walls of Lucca. Lucca is a medieval town. You have to go. It's got medieval walls around it, and the city center is inside. And then outside the wall are beautiful things like this. And I like this because it showed the countryside. And it's got the typical trees, the typical cypress trees and palm trees. Let me show you the detail of those up close. There's a lot of detail in my paintings, so there's always more to see. Can you get that? And there's more palm trees down there on the bottom. But this church was built on the foundations of an ancient building. And then it started out with a medieval church built on that foundation. And then little bits were added over time, culminating in this bell tower being added last. And that's why I painted this. You could see the beautiful sky and the detail in this tower. Typical Tuscan, beautiful setting. So this one is also normally $154 and it's on sale for $94. By the way, this print size is a 14 by 10. You can see the scale. It would be easy to put this in your gallery wall with other paintings that you have, or vacation photos that you have, or even a mirror. It's a very flexible size to make an arrangement with. So that is this one. This one is also fine art paper, by the way. Now I get to the first set. I was excited to put together 2 sets for you. I'm going to put the first set here so you can see them side by side. They are actually 2 views of the same location. This is the Sicily set. This one is Il Duomo di Monreale, Sicilia. And this one is Il Chiostro dei Benedettini di Monreale. And both of these are views of the Duomo of Monreale. Let me show you the detail here. This is a very popular piece. This is one of my most popular pieces. You can see the cafe down there. Have it crooked. You can see the signature. I love the weathered stone of this campanile. It is a typical Sicilian look. You know, the sun-baked stone in the bright weathered colors. I just love it. Now, let me show you. This is the outside of the Duomo. Now, if you go around the corner between the cafe and the bell tower, you have to know it's there. You go through a door and you get to the chiostro. Has anybody ever been to a cloister garden? That's what this is. Il chiostro dei Benedettini. So this is actually a famous cloister. It's famous because of the variety of the pillars and the work with the pointed arches and the dome. This is typical. It's very famous for Norman / Arab architecture. This is a mix typical of that time in Palermo. This is an orange tree right here. I don't know if you can actually see the oranges on the tree. Oh, there you can. So there's a lot of detail in this as well. But it is one of the most beautiful cathedrals you would ever want to see. It's decked out in gold mosaics when you go inside. It's just stunning. It shines everywhere you look. So it's a really famous place, and I think you'll like it. The price of this set, excuse me one moment. That's the thing about live art shows. Oh, and I meant to show you, this is what it could look like framed and hanging on your wall. I demonstrated this with a 2-inch mat and a 1-inch frame. So if you want to get the same effect, I get a lot of questions about recommended framing and matting. This is an example to see the pair hanging on your wall, and that's the specs I used. So this set would normally sell for $192, but it's on special today for $119. And let me show you again. Here's the two pieces. Okay, moving on to my next set, which is a set of 3. 2 of them are 8x10s, and we've got one 10x14 in this mix. Let me set them here so you can see them. We've got Il Golfo di Napoli da Capri. This is my Capri set. That's the theme. We've got La Marina Grande Capri. And we've got I Farlioni Capri. So, first of all, who's been to Capri? Isn't it the most gorgeous place you've ever seen? It's hard to think of a place prettier than this. If you go and it's a hot day, I have to tell you, try a granita. There's 2 kinds. There's limone, which is lemon, arancia, which is orange, or for those who can't decide, there's a mix of the 2. I've had them all. They're all good, nice and refreshing. You'll need that when you're there as a refresher for the sun and the sea, and you can stay longer. So this is Marina Grande. This is the famous port where everybody arrives in Capri. Let me take you a little closer to this. This is Monte Salero, the famous white limestone mountain that looks over the port. You can see the little boats in the port. And yes, the sea really is that blue. It is amazing. The blue sky and the blue sea, the colors are so saturated. Oh, and I should tell you, this right here, this red building, that is the famous Pompeii red. Okay. That's the famous Pompeii red from the region. And so I made sure it was accurate and included in this painting. Now we've got Il Golfo di Napoli da Capri. And what this is you're standing in the gardens of Capri, which the gardens are stunning, and you're looking out on the Bay of Naples. On the other side of the Bay of Naples is Sorrento. So that's most likely where you'll take the ferry to get to Capri from. So this is looking out at where you'll see mainland Italy. So here's the detail. Olive trees on the hillside below. Dramatic sky. And let's bring this back out. Now let's talk about the last one of the three, I Faraglioni. Bring this closer. This is famous. You might not know about it by the name I Faraglioni. That's what the Italians call it. But I bet you know about the sirens who lured sailors onto the rocks with their song. Virgil wrote about it, the ancient Roman poet, and this is actually where he said the sirens live. And it's just on the edge of Capri. This is Capri Island right here. And here are the three Faraglioni. So I thought that was amazing and romantic story. For those of you who are historians, the poet Homer. I love history. This hones my history knowledge here. Wrote about this too. This was the place where the Cyclops threw boulders at Odysseus on his Odyssey. So lots of history here. It's amazing. So this set is originally $349. They're all signed, so it doubled their value. It's originally $349, but it is on sale for $199 today. And here's what they all look like hanging together. And that will be shown in just a second. But it's a pre-made gallery wall with a sea and sun.
Is it correct? The one shown?
And so this is a pre-made gallery wall with the Faraglioni in the center, but you could even add more of your own pieces to have an even bigger a bigger arrangement, or you could even add photos of yourself in Capri for those of you who have been there. And now we're moving on to the very last piece. And I can take off the gloves for this one because it's not a print. It's a set of 4 coasters. The coasters have been extremely popular. They have a glossy finish and a cork backing. They're nice and thick and sturdy. And the mix set has 4 different regions of Italy. You'll recognize this one. It's Il Golfo di Napoli da Capri. So the Gulf of Naples from Capri. We've got I Vigneti del Chianti. So the vineyards of Chianti, complete with a Renaissance villa looking down on the vineyards. We have a Sicily one in the set. La Piazza Nove Aprile, Sicilia. This is one of the most gorgeous piazzas you'll ever want to see. It's in Taormina. And we have one of Rome in the set. La Fontaine della Rotonda. In the Rotonda is the Pantheon back here. I love the Pantheon. Has anybody been there? It's a stunning place. It was built in ancient times and is still in use today. You can go in and look around. It is amazing. It's one of my favorite places. So here's the coaster set of 4. It originally goes for $45, and today it's on sale for $36. So thank you for joining me today. Does anyone have any questions? I'm happy to answer them. And also I wanted to let you know I post artwork all the time on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, including works in progress, time-lapse videos so you can see how I make the art. And of course, I'm able to and happy to answer any questions, or if you have any thoughts to share about my process or my paintings. Follow me on any of those 3 and it will keep you up to date. So thank you for joining me. And I will watch the comments in this show. There's a link in this post to go to the buying page for each piece. And until next time,